How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Bitwig tutorial video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a template to help your workflow. What this is going to do is it's going to inspire you to make more music, it's going to help you make music faster, and it's going to keep you organized while making music. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, I just opened up Bitwig and I'm going to show you guys how to make this template right here. So first off, if you click this button right here, you have all these different individual folders right here, which are your tracks. So you have project, which is everything. Then you have group 1. And then I can go to instruments within group 1. So I have my lows, mids, and high range instruments. And then within there, I can just go to the highs. So now it's only showing all the tracks in my high group. I can simply click back right there to go back. And then if I want to open up just the mids, I can click just the mids right here. So these are all my mid-range instruments. Alright, I'm going to click back, and then you get the idea, and I can just open up my lows, which I just have this Reese's, I call it Reese's. It's a Reese bass, play on words. But anyway, we're going to go back, all the way back. Okay, now that we're back, I'm going to show you what the clip launcher looks like. If I want to see my clips to launch them, I just simply hit this folder right here, and then I open up all these groups. I don't have any clips in my high group. Obviously, there's no clips right here. That's why you're seeing clips everywhere else. Alright, so now here's a cool trick. So I can actually click these buttons right here and control each individual clip, which really helps me out when I'm producing just a section of the track, especially if I'm creating everything as a clip first. Now, if I just want to play my drums, I can play the whole drums from this scene. Now, if I don't want all the drums to play and I only want my shaker to play, I can go into the individual clip and just play my shaker. Alright, you guys get the point. Using this clip launcher helps organize individual clips. So that's part of the template, and that's why I wanted to show you guys that real fast. If I don't want to be in the clip launcher, I can just click this button right here and it takes me right out. Now I'm going to show you the mix view. Ever since I made this template, I honestly got to say I'm in this view the most because I can see everything all at once and what effects I have on everything and all my tracks in this view at one time. Okay, for an example, I'm going to click this button right here and I'm going to go into the mids, and now I can see everything in my mids. So now you know why this template is so awesome. You're starting to see, because doesn't matter what view we're in, arrangement view or mix view, we can tell this template to only show us our mid-range instruments. Alright, now I'm going to show you something really cool. So if I want to click this MIDI clip right here, I can click this, and now I can move this up and down. I can see all my effects with it all the way down, and then with it about halfway, I can now control my send tracks, which is another part of this template that I'm going to show you guys later in the video. With the editor view open, I can now edit my MIDI clips right here on the piano roll. I can launch them from the clip launcher up here. If I simply want to just go back to this EQ right here, I can double click this and it sends me right to this EQ. So I can simply edit and make the adjustments that I want to in the track. With being able to access multiple different tracks and effects and clips and editors all within a few clips, you can't beat this template, guys. Like, it's just gonna help you tremendously. I'm gonna go back to the project, and then we're going to go to the arrangement. Now I'm going to show you guys the sends. So I keep my sends really simple. I just have 2 send tracks right here. This track is just a simple reverb, and then down here is a delay. So setting up your reverb and delay on sends allows you to mix better, because having a reverb and delay send track is going to help your system not work as hard if you were to have a reverb on every single track. So that's why I have the reverb as send and the delay as send. Going back to the mix view, we can now adjust the sends right here. We can also adjust them when we're in an editor view right here. If you watch this video from the beginning, guys, congratulations, because now you're at the part to where I'm going to show you how to set that template up. So we have a new project right now. I'm going to close this clip launcher. We're going to delete this audio track. Now that we have 3 instrument tracks, we're going to group them. Now, after we group them, we're going to duplicate this group. So Control D or Command D if you are on Mac. Now we have 3 individual groups with a total of 9 tracks, with 3 tracks in each group. So if that isn't a tongue twister. To organize these better, you can color them. So we're going to color this one yellow. That's all colored yellow. Now we're going to color this one something else like green. Alright, now that all these are colored differently, it's going to help us visually organize and know what we're working on. So this first one's going to be called high. Second one mid. And the third one low. Now what you're going to do is you're going to close these all up. After you've closed all those down, you're going to right click on one of them. Then you're going to hit add group. Now you're going to click over your mid, and you want to drag not over the high group but over group 1. And then same with the low. And then that's how you get them all in a group. So now you can control the overall volume right here. That's the purpose of grouping these all together. And color that something different. Alright, now for effect sends, you're just going to go to a favorite reverb. So in this purpose, we're going to use the stock reverb, a Bitwig. And then we're going to duplicate this send. After duplicating, go to the second send, delete that reverb, and then pick a delay. Doesn't matter. You guys can pick whatever you want for your sends. It doesn't have to be this way, but I like having my reverb and delays on the sends. I'm coloring the sends just to make this pretty. Alright, now that I colored them blue, they're going to show up really nice. So I can now see that those are sends. And now we're going to name this group instruments. I forgot to earlier. And then now we're going to create an audio group. Now duplicate your audio groups. It doesn't matter how many you have. We're going to have 4. And we're going to rename them. Now group the first one and then do the same thing you did, but now you're just going to have audio tracks instead of instrument tracks. Now you're going to put all your effects and risers and audio samples in here. You don't have to use risers or impacts. I just named it this for an example, but say if you have your vocals, you can name this vocals right here. And then you could name one main and then one ad libs and so on. But this is just how I have it set up. You can customize this however you want. Okay guys, that's going to be pretty much it on the track side. So if you have favorite instruments or favorite plugins, feel free to put them in this template. That way when you open up this template, those plugins and effects are going to be there waiting for you, so you don't have to take the time to go find them. You're going to have them ready to go as soon as you open up this template, so you can start working on whatever music you want right away. That's going to help with your time tremendously. It's going to help you finish tracks faster. So we're going to add one in right now. So I'm going to go to my lows, and then I'm just going to name one bass, and then I'm going to rename this one sub. All right, so if you have a favorite bass, which I do in Vital, I called it Reese's, like the candy, but it's a Reese bass. This is all it is right here, nothing crazy. Okay, we just added our bass. Now we're going to add our sub. I like using this free plugin. It's called Funk Bass. I don't remember where I got it. You could look it up. And then I set this up to where I like it. Now, if I were to save this template and close it and then open it back up, these basses are going to load right up on these tracks for me, ready to go for when I need them. You don't have to just do this to your basses. You can do this to anything. So I'm in my mids right here. If I want to go here and go to a piano, we got this grand piano light. Now, if I save it, now the grand piano light is always going to load up for me right here. And it's in the mid section because that is a mid sectioned instrument. Let's shrink this down. Now, last but not least, drums. So we need to make a drum track, load an instrument, and then I use a drum rack. Now that we got the drum machine right here, we're going to go find our favorite drum samples. So I go to my bookmarks. I keep mine right here. All right, so now I can click here, and then I can hit Control A to select them all. Click and drag them into the drum machine right there. So now what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to have all your favorite samples right there, right in front of you, ready to go for when you need them. Now that I got all my favorite samples in the drum machine on this template, I now don't have to take the time to search through my browser just to find a specific sample that I always tend on going back to. That time is now eliminated because now I have that right here on this drum machine in this template. So I'm going to rename this drums just to organize it. All right, now that I got my drum machine right here with all my favorite samples, I can now hit this mix right here, and then I can hit this button right here, and now that's going to open up each individual track for all my drum samples right here. And what's really cool is if I hold down right here, I can still take them to the sends. Okay, now you're finally done with this template. So what you need to do is you need to click File, and you don't save it. You need to save it as a template. And then you can name your template. So I'm going to name this YouTube for the sake of the video. And then you can categorize it. You can go and put a description on it, but we're not going to do all that. But we're just going to click OK. Now, if I want to open up the template from my desktop, I'm going to go find it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your File Explorer, and you're going to find where you store your Bitwig files at. So I have mine in my documents. I have Bitwig Studio in there. This is where all my Bitwig files are. So yours might be different. Yours might be where Bitwig defaultly installs on your computer if you didn't direct it to a specific folder. I just directed mine to the documents. That's why mine's here. In here, you're going to go to Library, and then you're going to go to Templates. Now I want to click my template. I want to right click, and I want to create shortcut. And now when I click it, Bitwig is now going to open up the template that you just created. And there we go. Our template is here. It's loaded. Everything is still there. Our drum samples. We can still go through and see everything. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos like that, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in another video. Have a good one.